YouTube, what is up? So, the good folks over at SOUNDPEATS sent me out their latest high-resolution active noise canceling headphones, the Cove Pro.
Excellent.
You know, to get my thoughts and opinions on. And I can tell you, my first thought and opinion on these, they're steel. Let's get into it. Alright, so I've got the Cove Pro here, the high-resolution audio, wireless, LDAC support, and what do we got? Bluetooth 6.0. My AirPod Maxes, the 2s, they don't even have that.
That's suspicious.
95 hours of playtime. The battery life on these things are insane. So let's go ahead and let's see what you get in the box. In the box, you get a user guide, you get the headphones here, and then you get a little USB Type A to USB Type C charging cable. Now, just to let you guys know, I've been using these headphones for a couple of weeks, and I've been comparing them with, what are these, the Q45s, Sound Cores. I think I got these last year. These are on Amazon for like 130, 140 bucks. These right now, they're retail for $80, which is already cheaper. But as of the filming of this, they were like 30% off of that. So they were like $50. And then on top of that, I've got a code that if you guys want to use that, from what I understand, is stackable, another 10%. So you can get some nice active noise canceling, very great microphones, crystal clear calling for about $45 plus tax. I don't think you could beat that with a stick.
Yeah, boy.
Now, looking over these SOUNDPEATS, these are very nice, lightweight, and the little foam cushions on the inside are very nice and soft. They do have a little bit of a different hang off of your head, where the cans kind of come at an angle. Very comfortable. Like I said, these have 7 microphones. You have active noise canceling. There's a pass-through mode. And the buttons on it, there's not like 1,000 buttons. So like the Q45s has got buttons, you know, all over the place. These are also really great for traveling. They fold up. Just give them a little bend here and then a bend here. And look at that. You're traveling, compact, ready to rock and roll.
Can you dig it?
Now, the Cove Pros have up to 95 hours of playtime, and if your battery does get low, which the battery life on these have been really good. I think I've only had to charge them up once, and that wasn't even all the way at, below zero. Anyways, if you do run out of juice, they do have a fast charge to where 10 minutes will get you 11 hours of playtime.
Can you dig it?
So let's go ahead and let's weigh these headphones and see how light they actually are. Got it set up on grams here. What are we looking at? 249 grams, which I think the Amazon site said 250. So a little gram here and there. It's a gram. Let's see what the Q45s weigh. I don't even know what the Q45s weigh. What do they weigh? Man, they don't fold. Okay. Yeah, anyways. So those weigh 300 grams. When I say what's a gram, between friends, 50 grams, yeah, that's a lot between friends.
You feel me knocking?
Talking about comfort, the adjustment that these have. I've got a big head. I think my hat size is like 7 3/4. And what I do also like is they have these little notches to where, and it's a clickable little adjust. You can pull them out, get the right adjustment for your head, which I think mine was set at a 8, if I'm not mistaken. 8. Got 8s all around, and you got your left and you're right, so you know which ear they go into.
It's crazy that you knew that.
But yeah, they fit on there nice and comfortable. The ear cups are so nice and so soft with that material.
Pretty good, right?
There's no fatigue. Like the AirPod Maxes, everybody knows those are heavy. 300 and 406 billion grams, I don't remember. Those you get fatigue with. These, I've had these on for hours on end. The only thing that you get, I think you get with any headphones, is you may get a little bit of ear warmth, you know, not necessarily get all sweaty, but you know, it can get a little warm in the ears. And for wearing glasses, no problem whatsoever. These things are extremely comfortable and lightweight. The sound quality. Now, I'm no audiophile, but I do enjoy some music every now and again, and the sound quality on these are great. I don't have any problems with them. Everything comes through nice. You know, it's not as rich or fulfilled as, say, an AirPod or the AirPod Maxes, but you know, those are $550 headphones. Damn! Mids and everything is good. The bass is nice. The treble comes through. And the only thing that I would say, comparing the two between the Sound Cores and the SOUNDPEATS Cove Pros, is the ANC is good.
However,
it's not quite as good as the sound cores here. Just like a fraction. I don't even think it's you know, I'm putting them, you know, on and off, on and off, on and off.
Daddy, chill.
To make that comparison. So it's very minute. I tell you though, where these totally blow the Q45s out of the water is the pass-through. The pass-through on these is tinny. The Cove Pros here, their pass-through, it's very, very nice. As far as comparing it with the Q45s here, hands down, the transparency mode or the pass-through mode on the Cove Pros is better. The button situation, you have your ANC, which you can cycle through ANC, normal mode, and pass-through mode, and then you have your power button, and if you're listening to any type of music or anything like that, one push and that'll pause your music, and then you have your volumes up and down. The only thing that it is missing, of course you got your USB Type-C charging port here, is the ability to go to the next track, skip a track, or go, you know, back a track. But for the value of this, that's okay to miss out on something like that. And also I did a little gaming with them. They do have a game mode, which helps out with lower latency. You could hear all the gunfire, you know, happening, you know, surround sound around you. And I did, you know, make some calls on it, and everything, you know, sounded great. I don't really make a lot of telephone calls. I'm more of a texter. Text notifications came through. I could hear those. So my conclusion on these SOUNDPEATS Cove Pros, I like them. You know, the value of money for these is very nice. They do, you know, they handle it. People feel that light equals cheap, but I don't believe that is the case in this situation. And with that being said, guys, thanks for stopping by. Peace and love.